Hey everybody, and welcome to Dpad Experience presents Marvel Champions. Dpad Experience is a weekly video game podcast published on all podcast platforms. But today, we're playing Marvel Champions. Specifically, Venom. Alright, we're going back a little bit. I wanted to showcase this deck. Now, for a long time, Venom has been my favorite character. There are some people who give Venom a run for their money, but I want to test that, actually. So the last time I used Venom was when the Guardians of the Galaxy's Most Wanted set came out. I used Venom a lot, and I haven't used Venom since then. So I want to go back to Venom, and I've updated my deck with some of the new cards that came out, and I want to see how it goes. I want to see if I have been able to make Venom more fun and better. So I'm going to show you the deck that I'm using today for Venom, and we'll see if he still is my favorite character. I'm not going to run through the Venom specific cards, but let's take a look at the deck that I'm using. So here are my allies. We're going to be using an aggression deck. Surprise, surprise. Here are my allies. We're going with Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Okay? We'll play him, and we will initially get a +2 to either thwart or attack. We're going with Mockingbird to stun the enemy. We're going with Groot in case we need to defend a little bit. And we're going with Drax because Drax has 4 health and he can attack for 12 total. I've never actually used Drax, so I'm looking forward to trying him out. All right, let's see what we got in the aggression deck. We have 2 copies of Mean Swing. When we make a basic attack, we exhaust a weapon and get +3 to our attack. We have 2 copies of Surprise Attack. After you change form, deal 3 damage to an enemy. 4 instead if we paid for this using a physical resource. We have 3 copies of Skill Strike. When your hero makes a basic attack, they get +2 for that attack. We have 3 copies of Dropkick. Okay. Deal 4 damage to an enemy if you pay for this using only physical resources, stun enemy, and draw a card. Then we have... You know what? I'm actually realizing that I am not adding a lot of the newer cards. I've just upgraded my deck, but I want to play Venom anyway. We have Kit. Exhaust Kit and spend 2 resources of any type to ready a Guardian character. We have Helicarrier. Exhaust a Helicarrier and reduce the cost of the next card by 1. We have Jarnbjorn. After your hero attacks the enemy, spend a physical resource, deal 2 damage to that enemy. And then we have our resources, which are Audacity, 2 copies of Power of Aggression. We have our Strength, our Genius, and our Energy. And then for our upgrades, we've got 1 copy of Combat Training, 1 attack, 1 copy of Martial Prowess, generated physical resource for an attack event. If you've noticed something, every single one of these cards is a physical resource. We are trying something special now. We are going to be trying to keep our villain stunned and confused, as we always have. And I'm really looking forward to doing this. So let's go. All right, we're about to get started, but I'm not good with names. I'm not good with names, sorry. Somebody pointed out in one of the first games, which is really good because I didn't catch this, because I've never used the card before. Jarnbjorn, I didn't know was a weapon. I didn't realize it. So I just thought it was an upgrade. I didn't read the stupid print. So I actually couldn't use that for Venom because he's only allowed 3 weapons, right? You can have 2 restricted weapons, plus he gets control of 1 additional one. So Jarnbjorn would have made it 4. So I removed him from my deck, and I've added in Lockjaw because I like playing him from my discard pile. So that is the one change we will move with going forward. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. All right, and here we are. We make our way through the Galaxy's Most Wanted villain set. And we finally against Nebula. So Nebula is debatably one of the hardest villains in the game. So I'm not looking too much forward to this one. But you know, we're gonna go through the villain set. So I haven't played Nebula in a really long time, so I'm gonna need a little refresher. All right. So what do you got for us, Nebula? Where should we start? Let's start with the scheme. You know, we gotta know what we're up against, right? All right, so we are at the Art of Evasion, and we need to create our encounter deck with Nebula, which is here. We need the Power Stone, which is here. We need the Ship Command, which is here. Standard, which is here, and our one modular encounter set is Space Pirates, which is over here. I'm sorry for the construction. They're literally doing some work across the street. You know, they knew I was streaming today. I asked, I'm recording today. I told them, you know, guys, can you do it a different day? And, you know, they didn't want to do it. All right, so we have our encounter set. Let's see what we need to do before we put it together. Put the Nebula ship environment and Milano support into play. So here's our Milano. Here's Nebula's ship environment. Let's see what it does. Force interrupt. When the villain phase begins, place one evasion counter here. Shoot the thrusters. First player action. Exhaust the Milano and spend up to 2 resources of any type and remove 1 evasion counter from here for each resource spent that way. Okay? So we can remove evasion counters by exhausting the Milano and spending up to 2 resources of any type. So what else would we need to do? Okay, so we've got that into play. So we need to attach the Power Stone to Nebula. So we'll put the Power Stone over here real quick. And then we will discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck and attach each technique to Nebula. So we'll do that when we start. Let's see what happens on this side. So it starts with 2 threshold of 6, and it goes up by X. And X is equal to the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship. So we really need to worry about that ship, okay? Our thwart, for the most part, isn't going to be that effective because there's no point. As long as we can keep the threat off that ship by exhausting the Milano and spending a resource, no threat will be generated. It's going to be key to controlling that ship. And let's just see what happens when it flips. So we place 2 evasion counters on the ship, which is going to speed that shit up. Literally, you know, it is going to speed that shit up, but it's going to speed that ship up. And for each evasion counter on Nebula's ship, discard 2 cards from the player deck and the encounter deck. And same thing here, X is equal to the evasion counters on the ship. All right, so there is our main scheme. Let's get to threat on it. Let's see what Nebula's got for us. We don't need 3 because we're not playing expert. So Nebula, you have a 1 scheme to attack and you are a criminal. And the first technique attachment revealed each round gains surge. Okay, and our force interrupt. When Nebula initiates an activation against you. Okay, I need to read this again. When Nebula initiates an activation against you, okay, so when she activates, we resolve the special ability on each technique, then discard it. Okay, so if there is a technique attached to her, as soon as she initiates our attack, we resolve that. And anytime the first technique attachment is revealed for each round, it gains surge. So the first technique revealed. Okay, so got it. So it would gain the first one. So if multiple techniques are revealed, then it doesn't gain surge. So let's see what our Power Stone does. We attach it to the villain. It is permanent. It will stay throughout the game. After a hero or villain deals 3 or more damage to the attached character with a single attack, attach the Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. All right. So Nebula will start with the Power Stone, but if we can deal 3 or more damage in one go with a single attack, we get it. Nebula does it, she gets it. So this will be going back and forth throughout the game. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully we just get it and then that's it. So there is our encounter deck. So we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to get ready to go. All right, let's get this show on the road. I think we got to discard 2, right? Let's see, what is this? Blah, 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 blah. Discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck and attach each technique. All right. All right. We lost Shadows of the Past. You are not a technique. Pirate Commander, you are not a technique as well. All right. So she starts with no techniques. And here we go. Does this start with anything? No. All right, so we can try to attack her first, if possible. Maybe we can get that Power Stone. All right, here we go. Let's draw up to 6. Multi-gun. No. Multi-gun, multi-gun, multi-gun. Where are you, multi-gun? Oh, well, this could help us actually remove that Power Stone. All right, hang on. We're going to... Hold on a second. This is not what I was thinking, but... we can get the Power Stone. Let's try to get the Power Stone. So the Power Stone, if we can deal 3 or more damage with a single attack. So what are you again? You're a base of 2. This would give us a 4 attack. Getting that Power Stone. So we're gonna hold you. Also, I would love to stun Nebula. So we're gonna hold these 2 to plan on stunning Nebula. And we're gonna draw another 3. Gonna try to get that multi-gun. There it is. Multi-gun. 2 and 3. Okay, so let me just put that down for a second to get comfortable. Okay. Here's the plan. Before we, let's see. We're gonna flip because we have a lot to do. We can use the Milano right now because there's no evasion counters on that. Let's get that Power Stone, possibly. Let's put these to the side because, oh shoot, if you paid for this only using physical resources. Okay. Let's hold these 2 then for that. Maybe we can use Venom's resource for that. Oh, we could also use the Milano. No, we're going to save the Milano to be able to control that ship. All right, let's... oh, we need to use this though, right? Okay, so we can use the Milano on this turn because there's nothing there. So we'll exhaust the Milano for a wild resource. We'll use our energy, bring out our multi-gun, okay? And let's control the main scheme. We'll remove 2 threat from it, okay? Then we will attack for 2, use this to get a 4 attack, to deal 4 damage to Nebula. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to get the Power Stone. Okay, so now we've got the Power Stone. And I think we'll hold on to these to pay for this. Right? That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. All right, that's what we'll do. All right, so we'll draw 2. 1 and 2. Okay. Let's ready up. So Nebula's got a base attack of 2, so she can actually hit us for 3 or more fairly easily. We need a Groot. We need a... oh, damn it. I forgot to... shoot. I forgot to get my other weapon. Well, I'm running that back. We're gonna rewind because that was a really good hand. So these 2 go back here. Okay, let's see. We played. What did we play? We used this to play the multi-gun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was our hand, right? I believe this went like that. Okay, so we have to discard first. So this was, we had this in our hand. You get that back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm rewinding so far for you, but that hand was too good. All right, so I know we discarded the 2 skilled strikes and the running gun. So we're back at square one. Now we're gonna flip him over. We're looking for a weapon. All right. No, 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 no. Here we go, a pistol. All right, We got a pistol. All right, now let's do everything that we just did all over again. So we're gonna flip, we're gonna exhaust the Milano, use our energy to bring out our multi-gun. We're gonna use the multi-gun. I'm going a little fast as we did this already. We're going to, but now we can actually play our pistol. So let's do that. Let's use Lockjaw to pay for our pistol. We'll exhaust, and use a skill strike. And then that's 2, 3, 4, that's a 5 attack. So you started at 13, right? So I believe you, oh, you started at 14. Oh, I'm glad that I did it anyway because I put your hit points wrong. All right, 14, so 5 will bring your health down to 9. Basically exactly where we were. And now we get the Power Stone. All right, great. We're back to square one, except with less of a deck. Now we're gonna draw up to 5, 4, and 5. Very similar to what we had anyway. All right, we're ready up. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, so when the villain phase begins, the villain phase is beginning, so this gets 1. This will go up by 1. Okay. Now what's happening? Nebula is going to attack us, but I want to stun her. Okay. So I will use my power of aggression. Nope, can't do that because that is not a... This is not an aggression card. So I'll use my savage attack, I think, because I want to save that. I want to keep her stunned. All right, so I'm going to use... I'll take a damage. And I'll use my savage attack. So I've paid for this only using physical resources. I cancel the attack and she's stunned. All right, so she's stunned. Now we get an encounter card. The villain attacks me. There goes our stun. But, you know, at least we're doing okay. At least we're doing okay. So I want to control that if possible. At the same time, I would like to stun Nebula again. So how are we going to stun? I would love to have gotten that out, but I think it's got to go. I think it's got to go. Okay. Let's do this. I'm not going to use the multi-gun to remove 2 threat from the scheme yet, because I'm overpaying by 1. So let's just do a bunch of damage this turn. Okay. Let's use the multi-gun to deal 2 damage. What should we do now? I want to see what phase 2 of Nebula does. It's the same thing. She doesn't get it when revealed. Okay, not bad. So let us then exhaust the Milano, spend up to 2 resources of any type. We'll take a damage. That's 1 resource. I'm going to put this counter on me just to let me know I did it. Okay, so this gets removed. I'm just going to keep it over here for now. I will attack for 2, plus 3, plus 4. Yeah, whatever. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will power of aggression and combat training to deal 4 damage, draw a card, and stun her. Cool. It doesn't matter. Can't play it. Stun. She is stunned. So she's going down to 0. We get phase 2 of Nebula. 17 health. Well, I'll be damned. All right. And I'm done. Okay. Let's drop to 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, Groot. Groot is going to help us keep that Power Stone. Okay. We're going to ready up. This will get 1. This will go up by 1. She's stunned. Here's our encounter. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal minion is discarded. Reveal that minion. Then give that minion a tough status card and the villain a face down boost card. What the hell? All right. Okay. So in order. So we've revealed this. Okay. I do believe I get that quick strike because it's revealed. So I take 2 damage. You get a tough status. Man, we were doing so well. I mean, it's not like we're doing bad, but force response. After this minion attacks and damages, you remove the top card of your deck from the game? Come on. And the villain gets a face down boost card. So that means a couple things. That means we must get Groot out because I refuse to let her take that Power Stone from me. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do? Groot's coming out. That's all I know. And deal 1 damage to the villain. Maybe we forego that Nebula ship right now. Let's get Groot out first. All right, so we're going to use these 2. We're going to deal 1 damage to the villain to pay for Groot, for he is Groot. Now, we need to get that minion out of play, right? Unfortunately, I think the only thing we can do is get him out of play. I don't see any way that we can do extra damage to Nebula, unfortunately. So I think we're going to, let's see. All right, we will exhaust our multi-gun to take the tough off. And damn, man, that sucks. All right, we will attack for 2. That's plus. I didn't put any health on him because I knew he was going to come out anyway. So that's done. Let's. Man, I want to hold on to that mean swing, but I don't think it's possible. All right, we're going to use Milano to pay for mean and end mean swing, exhaust the Milano and use mean swing to take 1 off. We'll take a damage to generate a wild resource. This isn't helping. It's actually making things more confusing. Maybe I'll leave it here. I don't know. To get that out, and unfortunately, we can't do anything else. It kind of sucks. All right, we're drawing up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good cards we have here. We would love to stun Nebula in the next go around if possible. All right, let's ready up. This gets 1. This is going to 3. I need to remove threat off there next round. Must, have to, mandatory. Groot, you will be defending for me, buddy. I'm sorry. Here are the boost cards. Ooh. There goes a Groot. That's 6 damage. Well, at least it's 6 damage to him, and we have our Power Stone. Here's our encounter card. Son of a bitch. All right. We'll take 2 damage for that. We're going to have to flip. That sucks. All right, so he's got 3 damage. And luckily, though, he doesn't have the tough status again. Okay. What are we going to do? Actually, we probably don't have to flip because we can stun Nebula right now. Can we also bring out Drax? No, that's too much. We're asking for too much. We're going crazy. We're going crazy. Okay, let's bring out Mockingbird. We'll use these two to pay for Mockingbird, to stun Nebula. Then we will deal 2 damage to you. Attack for 1 with Mockingbird to get you out of the game. I want to flip, I just can't right now. I'm gonna have, oh, you're stunned, so it doesn't matter. All right, we are going to, do I want to take a damage? I don't think I do. I think I have to, though. All right, I'm gonna take a damage to bring out Project Rebirth. I'll exhaust the Milano and use Drax to get this off. And I'm going to do a 2, 3, 4, 5 damage attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're going to draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking we're going to play behind enemy lines next. We have to. All right, let's ready up if we can. I mean, that's the plan. All right, this gets 1. This goes to 4. Starting to sweat. Starting to sweat. 2 more, and that's done. All right, she's stunned. Here comes our... I knew it. I knew it, that son of a... I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. 2. All right. So this is getting resolved. Damn it. All right, place 2 evasion counters on Nebula's ship. God, I hate that card. For each evasion counter on Nebula's ship, discard the top 2 cards of the player deck and the encounter deck. So 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. This is starting with 3, and now we are worried because that's got 3 on it. I think we are going to try to rush her down. I think we can do it this turn, but, you know, let's just make sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can kill her this turn. So let's just go nuts. Attack for 2. We are going to, let's do a big attack. 1, 2, I need another physical resource. 3. For a drop kick, dealing 4 damage. Drawing a card. Stunning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Help us out, Mockingbird. Deal 1 damage. Chip away at him. 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack to Nebula. Taking Nebula's health down to -1. We've defeated Nebula. We've defeated Nebula. And we made it look a tiny bit easy. So, number 1, let me know if I played it wrong in the comments, as you've all been doing, which has been so helpful. Thank you very much. Number 2, this Venom is boss. Venom is boss as hell, because we took that Power Stone on the first play and never gave it back to her. I think that's really important, because she starts with a base attack at 2, right? And the odds of her getting at least a 1 boost, I don't know what they gotta be at least 90%, right? So if we don't defend, if we stop her from attacking, we can keep this Power Stone the whole time. And what I love about this Venom deck is just how many times he can stun, right? I stunned with Grasping Tendrils, I stunned with the Dropkick, I stunned with the Mockingbird, and I stopped Nebula from taking that away from us, right? And I used them from the first play, from our second turn, technically. Once 1 got on here, I did not use the Milano as a resource. I used it, sacrificed one card to keep this low, right? I let the first scheme essentially scheme out. You know, I got kind of unlucky with the Red Skull draw, right? But by keeping this at 1 and not necessarily focusing on removing threat, allowed her just to beat her down, right? So I think that's the key to Nebula. From the first go, take the threat off of this. I was going to remove threat from there on my last turn, but, you know, I couldn't. It just flipped, so I decided to just take her down. But there we go. Hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to enjoy this victory because I know who's next. I know who's next, and I'm not looking forward to it one bit.